One. Hello, 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 everyone. I just covered up North moving my thing around. Hi, welcome back to Severed Sons presents Rolling in the Netherdeep, and we are excited to bring you a brand new tale of adventure in the lands of Wildmount. My name is Ron Murphy, Dungeon Master, and around the virtual table we have.
Hey everybody, my name is Bill. I am playing Orgoth Skull Crusher, half orc, half drow, all badass who is always ready to throw fists.
Boom, boom.
Hi, I'm Jaden. I am playing Lapis Prisma Wing, the resident necromantic wizard, basically. And yeah, I'm here hopefully to read a couple of books out loud.
Can't wait. Folks, thanks for
Story
listening, or
time!
thanks for tuning in. This is Ross. I'm playing Wilvin Grandmain, your halfling bard, Sam Elliott mustache, mysterious man with a super long sword. That sounds dirtier than I meant it. It's just his sword's just really tall and he's really short. That's all it is.
Lapis approves.
Great start. Hey everyone, this is Jamie. I'm playing North, the Eladrin Rogue, and I am ready to get my vengeance, period, question mark.
Well, let's see what happens. You'll just dive in?
Let's do it!
Let's do it. Okay. Let's begin today's episode of Rolling in the Netherdeep, episode 5, Catching Up. Multiple meanings there. Who knows? You know. At the end of last session, the sun had set, but you continued your trek southward on the Emerald Loop, heading toward Bazozan. And you saw a campfire in the distance. The sun had set. It's dark. You see Dermot is with you, and you're riding your horses. You're several, maybe a couple of 100 yards away. You came around the trail, around a hill, and you just see the campfire. There's several figures kind of gathered around it. What do you do?
Yeah, I probably stop. But
Yeah.
we probably
Yeah.
won't charge in. We'll hold up a hand.
It's like,
Wilvin will just and give the finger to the lip and
who is it? Who is it?
Oh, we're not sure.
you
How
tell
many
us.
figures are you saying?
It's I can't see that far in the dark.
Should one of us do some scouting or anything?
I'll go, no problem with that. Can
Yeah,
someone hold
All right.
onto Donkey for me, please?
Yeah, no, I'll take care of Donkey.
Thank you so much.
Wilvin's got his hands full.
Okay.
A lot to me. I am going to get on the ground and go and do some little scouting.
Okay. You're getting soft
Stealthily.
again, Jamie. Just like
Hello.
there you go. There you go. Yes,
There
much
she
better.
is.
Yeah, there she is. Yes.
So yeah, I'm gonna do some stealthy scouting.
Okay. It looks like they're off the road on the right. The road kind of comes around the hill and then kind of heads off straight, and there's like a slight rise on the right, and they've made a camp on the top of the rise. It looks like there's, in the silhouette of the night sky, you
Mhm.
see the giant skull of a mastodon.
Okay.
Well, actually, no, it's a mammoth. A mammoth. That's what it is.
Mhm.
And you like see great tusks kind of like coming out, but you see several figures, but it's hard to tell from this distance who it
Okay.
is exactly.
I'd like to get within like maybe 60 feet,
Okay.
if
Make
possible.
make a stealth check.
Of course. Oh, that's a 27.
That is.
Fuck.
Nice.
Okay. You get within 60 feet, and it's them. It looks like Galsariad is up and on watch, and the rest of them have. There's the campfire is kind of starting to die a little bit, and they've got a spit that is empty on top of the over the fire, and the you see Io and Maggie and Irvin in sleeping bags or on like bedrolls on the ground.
Oh, you know what? This is so tempting, but I'm going to go back to my people.
Smart.
Okay,
I'm
make a
going to.
stealth roll
Oh,
since you're so close.
oh, that's not as good, but it's still a 22.
Okay. Okay, you go back all the way back around because you're right, kind of like then you kind of go back around the hill a little bit so they didn't have like a line of sight or anything at you at all, or did you? Or did, the rest of you, are you making any attempts to hide or anything like that?
Probably. I mean, we from the moment we saw their campfire, I would imagine we like stood still while North went, like holding the donkey and whatnot.
Mhm.
The
Okay.
donkey or just donkey? Is that its name?
It's Donkey,
Oh,
and she's
forgive
a
me.
horse.
Forgive me. Holding donkey rather than moving around. Yeah, I would imagine we would hide.
Okay. North pops out of nowhere. It's like just shadow. Boom. There's North.
Holy
I'm
God.
wearing pretty colorful clothes, and you don't see me. Wow, you gotta work on that, you guys.
You move quickly. What did you see?
It's them. Our best buddies on watch, and they're sleeping in the place where there's like a mammoth skull or something. It's actually pretty metal.
I'm surprised you didn't go and try and murder him already.
It took a bit of self-control, but I feel like, we have one of their friends with us. Diplomacy should be the first thing we try.
Yes, what is our goal here? Are we trying to regain the amulet, to come to some terms with them? What is our desired outcome?
Pretty sure we kind of want the amulet. They did steal it from us.
I'd like to have that back. If that's where we're headed, somewhere where we might need it.
Dermot says, I believe, we need to talk to them because, I'm glad you did not give in to your anger, North.
It's okay. I'm gonna give him a wedgie first thing I do.
Wedgies are fine. He says, I would like to hopefully talk to them and find out why they left me behind.
Do you think an agreement can be reached at all?
Perhaps. Um, they're quite complicated people, and
Most
I
are.
believe if you appeal to Io, then I think that's your best bet. She is the leader. They'll listen to her.
Wilvin looks to North and will be like, so the focus has to be Io, I suppose, and
It
not
does.
good old Gelsariad.
Oh no, but I can surprise him a little bit.
Do what you have to, but Io is the one we have to talk to.
Oh no, she's
Gelsariad's
great.
gonna goad you.
She's great. I don't want to have too much to do with our good old buddy pal friend gals.
I'm just checking in.
Don't worry, I'm not that much of a loose cannon.
Kind of like his eyes go behind his hat as he puts it down.
Well, we will appeal to Io then and speak with her. And I do think it would be interesting to know why they left Dermot behind. You have proven yourself to be a honorable person. It seems strange they would abandon you.
I have been thinking about that, and that's what's really been bothering me because I feel like Io felt bad that they didn't want to steal all of your belongings. I think this is what I think. Io wanted me to wanted to leave me behind because she knew that I would give your belongings back to you and I wouldn't take them.
Well, it seems that Io has a good measure of your honor and your goodness, if I can use that word. But I think we do have things to understand why Galceriad would have attempted to kill North if all they were doing was trying to get away. That's not the mark of people that are in a spirited competition. Seems perhaps he is not as honorable as you or Io?
I believe I trust him less than I ever did, and that wasn't very much to begin with. So that is what I'm curious to find out.
Oh yeah, no, he's kind of an asshole. Definitely need to kick him out of the group.
I wouldn't go that far. I just want to find out why he is how he is.
I want to hear what he has to say.
Well, if Io is the one we're appealing to, perhaps Dermot should be the one to go first and lead us in.
So we're going out in the open at the front?
If we plan to make an agreement, you can't exactly sneak up on him.
No, but I want it so bad. Just pop next to him like, hey, buddy.
Listen,
What if
if
I
there's
go
anything I
first?
know, it's diplomacy. I think that's the plan, Dermot, if you don't mind.
I'll go first, and I know it will be a little bit of a distraction for you if you want to sneak up, but
I'll be walking beside Dermot, I think.
You're offering me that option?
I know that if you would have killed him if you'd given the opportunity already, correct?
Oh, absolutely. And it would just put some bad blood between us, and that would be so bad.
I would think much less of you if you murdered him outright.
Well, we know where we stand, don't we?
He nods. Well, shall we do this?
Oh,
I will bring up one last practical question. Do we wish to take our mounts? I only say this because at the very least, Galceriad, if not the remainder of your group, has shown that they will take things that are not theirs potentially. And I would hate to somehow find our horses gone, since we have found them to be fairly essential in our quest. Perhaps we should approach on foot. Of course, Dermot, you can ride. It is your horse, but I am just wondering if it would behoove us leave them somewhere else. I made a joke.
a good one. I like that one.
No, I'm very sad now about that show.
I have a quick question, Ron.
Yes,
You said I saw Maggie and Io.
yes. And Irvin.
Where's her? Okay.
You saw him
I, had a
too,
moment,
yeah.
I had a moment of
Yeah,
where's this guy?
yeah. Oh, you saw three people sleeping, and you believe like shape wise, like you saw a skinny guy, a skinny girl, and a big ogre, unmistakable. And you could see at the edge of your dark vision, you could see definitely it was Galsariad sitting there.
Excellent, thank you. But I was not close enough to see how they were doing, like health-wise or anything.
No.
Okay.
Galsariad, make a medicine check for Galsariad.
Oh my god, medicine! It is absolutely my strong suit, but not in this campaign. Well, that's a 13. That's not bad.
He seemed to be healthy.
Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Would want him at less than the top of his game.
Okay. So Dermot dismounts and says, I think it would be good if I walked on foot as well. At least to
Alright.
keep my pony out of danger. And he pats the pony on the I need to name you. It's been I haven't named you yet. I need to name you. And he kind of like he actually reaches into his pocket and pulls out an apple and gives it to the pony. The pony eats it. So okay. Are you ready?
Let's
Okay.
do it.
Yeah, I was
So-
born ready.
So
Will-
are we tying the horses up somewhere up on the trail and great?
Yeah,
okay,
just
good,
go
good,
out, like back
All
up a
right.
little bit.
Low.
Yeah,
Low
yeah.
branch. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, cool. I'm also gonna just have ashes just wrapped around my neck,
Okay.
kind of playing like a dead.
Stole.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So it is Dermot and Wilvin in the lead. Bill, can you change your name on Zoom?
Yes, I
Okay.
will. Sorry about
It's
that.
okay. I was like, it's like Bill Orgoth.
Bill is Orgoth's middle name.
That's
Bill
right.
Orgoth.
Orgoth Billiam.
um, Orgoth, where are you? Where are you in Lapis?
I'll be behind Wilvin so I can see over, I guess.
Okay.
I'll be behind Orgoth.
Okay. North. Well, I think I kind of know where you're going to go, but
Want to
where?
sneak around camp, get within 30 feet,
Okay.
and use my face step to pop right next to him.
Okay. I'd like you to make a stealth check, North.
Of course. That's 20, dirty.
Okay, dirty 20. Okay. Um, the sound of your boots on the trail, you kind of see North. You see this first. I'm assuming that you kind of head off first and let the others kind of
I
serve as the distraction.
follow for maybe like 3 or 4 steps and then I break off.
Phew, okay. The Dermot kind of like waves, and Galsariad is like, "Hello, hello, who's there?" And Dermot says, "Gals, it's me. It's Dermot. We need to talk." And Galsariad is like, "Who's with? It's them, isn't it?" And North, you're right. They're at the bottom, like still at the road, like maybe like 30 feet away. Before, have to go up the rise to get to where they're camped. And North, you're in position, and he does not seem to see you.
I'm going to use my face step to pop like right to his, like maybe 1 step behind on the right.
Okay.
You're like, hey, lover boy. Miss me?
You caught him completely flat-footed. He is like, and he falls off the log he's sitting on, and like he's like, boom, on the ground.
Surprise, bitch.
And he kind of like scrambles to his feet. What's going on? And Io and everybody else wakes up. And you see Maggie reach for her. What does she have? She reached for her maul.
Hey,
Yeah,
buddy.
as they all
buddy.
wake up, and because like I imagine they're
Yeah.
all in like a panic.
Mhm.
Wilvin does the same thing North is doing. And he's just like, I would no
Yeah.
weapons drawn. We're just approaching, trying to hash it out. You have something of ours.
Mhm.
I don't think you'll disagree with that. And we have someone of yours.
Wait, am I a
Let's
hostage?
talk.
No. We mean that you're with us and you're coming to talk. That's what we mean.
Oh, okay.
Wilvin looks back at Orgoth like,
So Io, who like has put her hand on her longbow, her short bow, actually the longbow, puts her hand on the longbow and actually like throws it down and says, "Come on up. I was half expecting you to catch up anyway. Come on." And
title of the episode.
you see Galsaria just staring at you, North.
Did you miss me since
You-
you left me for dead?
You got in the way. I was aiming for the
I
rocks above the
Don't think I was in the way, darling, because you were going ahead and I was behind. You turned back.
You were attacking me and my friends.
Was I?
Yes.
How? Describe it.
You see him get up and go over next to Maggie. Like, watch her. Maggie's
Blow a
like,
kiss at him.
and he just does not take his eyes off of you. Like if she's the sneaky one. I saw her use a shadow step of some sort. She is tricky.
Do I hide the way I use this ability?
I'm just saying you're not trustworthy.
Are you?
I am definitely not trustworthy to someone like you. So we do not trust each other. Do we come to that agreement? Let's listen to what they have to say. The IO is like, coming to camp. So what do you want?
Willen continues stepping into the light with his hands kind of not like, but like just out, his hands clearly visible. He says, "We had a moment to talk before the maze. Mm, Things went a little sour. We want that amulet back, and we're trying to do it nicely."
We could hear the voice. We heard everything that was said to you. We heard the name. Um, I cannot.
Alexian?
Elixion, yes. Um, we heard the name Elixion. We heard about the temple, about the Changebringer. We have as much as right to this amulet as you do. You were
Mm,
unconscious on the ground.
I
yeah,
think
but
there's
did
a
you go ahead.
no. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead.
was gonna say, but yeah, but did you see what we saw? If you
Um,
didn't see what we saw, then clearly we
Irvin's
have the upper hand.
what Irvin says, what did you see? And you see Io just like rolled her eyes a bit.
And also, Galcerad, you said we heard what was said to you. It was said to us. The vision was given to us. You took what was meant for us. And we come to you, hands open, attempting to handle this in a way that does not need to be mean or violent. Dermot has shown us that there could be honor amongst you, and Io, I appeal to you. He speaks very well of you.
Io looks over at Dermot, and Dermot's kind of blushing a little bit. And it's like, Io, why did you leave me? You told. It's like the way they were attacking us, Dermot. That we can't trust them. They could have killed us. It's like I do not believe. Well, I do not believe that moment that they wanted to kill you. And Io's like, listen, why don't we travel together? We have we can travel together to Bazozan. We can figure out what's the deal with the amulet. I'm curious about it. Irvin says, um, I just want to know what it does. It looks valuable. I mean, what is it to what is Io says, what is this amulet to you?
It's our claim. Like Orgoth said, Alexian spoke to us. Alexian is not simply waiting for us to have second breakfast or anything. He's in danger, you understand, and he's entrusted us to be the ones to rescue him. Now, the sentiment of traveling together is nice, but after what we've been through, and with the tension that exists between our groups as his eyes flit over to North and Galsariad,
Who has not taken his eyes off of North once.
which
Oh,
I
I am
don't
not even
believe,
looking at him. He doesn't deserve that.
which I don't believe that you can deny, Io. I think that it's safer and makes more sense if we stay our separate ways.
Dermot says, Io, tell me about Galsariad. What did he say to you that made this make sense? It's not like you to leave me behind like that. And I was like, I just wanted to make sure you were safe and that you were able to give the belongings to them back, get their belongings back to them. I knew I could trust you.
You knew you could trust him, but did you know you could trust us? Because if you left him behind and you said that we were untrustworthy, we could have been angry and could have just stabbed him to death.
Were we not trying to kill you? Is that what you said?
You were attacking us. You were casting spells at us.
I don't remember the part where any of us actually hurt you.
All that to say,
I mean, the most thing that
I-
I did was try and trip Galsariad, but that's about it.
I mean,
And
you tried to
honestly,
give-
kill me. I
I
chucked a
give,
rock at him.
I give Maggie a hug. That was kind of fun.
Maggie is like in the background, like, she's been very quiet. And make an insight check, Orgoth.
Then I just flip on over to D&D Beyond, and I will make an insight check. That would be a 21, not 20.
nice.
20. Okay.
Fun!
Maggie she has like turned her eye to like potential battlefield conditions. Like she's actually has been staring at the mammoth skull this entire, and you notice Orgoth with that natural 20 that with a big push she might be able to push it over and have it roll toward your entire group and be enough of a distraction where they might be able to get away.
How far is Maggie from me?
20 feet up the hill. Yeah, you're at the
Okay.
bottom, kind of at the bottom of the hills. They're at the top of the hill.
Sure.
Yeah, it's not much of a hill. It's more like a slight rise, but
And where is the spit of
it's like the way that
between
the
them?
this is obviously like a campsite. It's been used before. The
Mhm.
tusks of the mammoth stretch out pretty far, and the spit is in the middle of the tusks of the skull.
Well, it seems that perhaps there is more to discuss. I have a bit of rabbit left. Could you mind if I threw it on your spit?
Make a persuasion roll.
as Orgoth is doing that, like in that moment, I think Wilvin's picking up on like him
Mhm.
using their campsite. So
Right.
Wilvin starts to actively look for the amulet.
That's a 4.
Okay.
Like from where he is. He's not like
Got it.
looking, you know, but
Right.
he's trying to eye where he sees it
Make a persuasion. I mean, not persuasion. A perception roll.
if he
Alright.
sees it.
Yeah.
That's a natural 20, Ron.
Oh my god.
It really is.
Okay, Wilvin, you're the only one who sees this, and especially since North's not looking at him. Galsariad does this. He like pulls at his collar like once.
Mhm. And I see it around his neck.
You see a little like chain, just a little bit of a chain underneath his clothing.
All right, then Wilvin's eyes are all he's doing is doing shifty eyes underneath his hat, and now he's got eyes on Galsariad. That's it.
Okay.
And I think with my bad persuasion roll, I'm just walking towards the spit with like this little chunk of leftover rabbit meat that I had. I'm like, oh,
I just want to cook it up a little bit.
He says, Io says, I invited you all up here. Let's at least sit around the campfire and talk. Truce?
Truce.
Of course,
Oh,
yes.
sure, yeah.
Okay. And he invites you up.
Wilvin
Galsariad,
stays where he's at and lets everybody go ahead of him, and what lets Galsariad sit first.
I'm already like close to them, so I'm gonna sit uncomfortably close to Galsar.
so Galsariad sits on the trunk, like on the tusk, with the bend of the tusk, which is touching the ground, and you're kind of like North on one side, Wilvin on the other side. Is that what's happening?
I'm sitting on, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit across from him, just book open, just staring down at the text.
Wilvin, when he sits, is very, very low to the ground. So I think generally he avoids that
Okay.
in like not comfortable company. That makes him look very little. So he
Okay.
probably stands like a step behind the circle, but like he's head level with all the sitters. So
Okay.
that works. But yeah, on the other side of Galsaria than where North is.
Okay. Orgoth, you go up to the spit. Maggie comes over and says, "Let me help you."
Oh, very generous. Thank you. Thank you, Keen Eyes.
Is the meat been dressed properly?
Dermot did it, so I don't know.
then it has been dressed properly. And she just takes it and like rams the middle rod through the meat and throws it onto the thing. And Dermot, do you have any of those spices? It's like, yes, yes, I do. And he starts throwing spices over, and he actually puts some oil, like drizzles some oil on it and starts putting the spices on it. Excellent, Maggie says.
That's an energy, like a duo energy that I'm really into. Maggie and Dermot. Like, I want to know about their friendship. I like that a lot.
Maggie sits and watches, sits across from Orgoth and this is quiet and goes back to observing everything. Io says, so actually, sorry, Irvin, I forgot Irvin. Irvin sits down next to Lapis. I think that's the only place that is
Available.
Yeah, he's the last to sit. Io says, so we currently possess the amulet, and you believe it is yours by right.
Can you deny us that?
I cannot. Galsario says, it was there. They were unconscious. We heard the voice telling us what to do.
Oh, you heard the voice telling us what to do, giving us the vision, which is why we were unconscious. At best, you were opportunistic.
Tell me, darling, would you be able to even tell who Alexian is if you met him in a crowd?
Io says, you saw him? What did you see?
Oh, do you? It's not answering my question, darling.
He says, no.
You could not. We could.
Io says, you saw Alexian.
Ask me if I'm lying.
This really changes everything. They saw more of the vision. We could be missing out. Galsaria says, this is a vestige of divergence. It's mine. I'm not going to give it up.
So it's yours in singular and not yours plural to the group.
I'm the one in possession. I decide who it goes to.
Because you stole it.
Galsaria
Wilvin clearly grabbed it first with his little magic doohickey hand.
Is that what it's called?
I don't know. Whatever Wilvin did. He did something.
Listen. Galsariad says, give me a second. Galsariad says, listen, what do you give me for it?
The knowledge that I could have killed you first when I came around my first turn of this camp, but did not. So you're still alive.
But that was your mistake to make.
Oh, so you're saying that not killing a defenseless person is a mistake? Well, that's a very interesting take on things, Galsariad.
I know when to take advantage of a situation. Obviously, North does not.
So what you're saying is you're totally the type to punch an old lady to death and then, jump on her body and say, yes, I did it. I destroyed evil.
If an old lady is evil and deserves destroying, I would punch an old lady in the face.
But what if she wasn't? And you just murdered an old lady for no fucking reason.
Can I get the opinion of everyone else, like regarding, am I an evil person who deserves to be destroyed? Because like, oh my god, that was very that was violent. Like I was bleeding out on the ground, and if Wilvin didn't come out of this cave, I would be done for probably.
You got in the way.
We're going ahead. Sorry, yes, Wilvin.
Yeah, sorry, Ed. you asked us what we have to offer you
Yes.
for said amulet that is yours. Now that you said that, good to know, Io. What we have to offer you, and what we are offering all of you, and he looks to Io, is peace. We've already offered it once. And now he completely turns to Io and he says, I cannot guarantee that we will offer it again. You know in your heart that that belongs to us. What are you going to do about it?
Make a persuasion roll. And do it at advantage because North is, making good points as well.
I'm a victim of pain.
That is a 22.
Okay. Io says, Gals, give it to him. Galsaria says, what? This thing can become... There is no telling what this thing can do. This amulet has so many powers left to unlock. We could use it. We can get rich. We can learn all sorts of new things. We can be powerful. Io says, they got the vision, not us. And you see Dermot stand up and go over to Io and stand next to, because he's short. So he's doing the same kind of thing with Wilvin, or is at the same height. And he puts his hand on Io's shoulder. It's like, you attacked North. Dermot says, this is the least you could do to pay her back for your crime. You assaulted her. And Io says, Galsariad, if you want to stay with us, give it back. And Galsariad thinks for a moment and she's like, it's red faced. And he reaches underneath his robe and pulls the necklace out.
Wilvin would like to ready an action in case he does any bullshit. My hand, I'm ready to draw my longsword.
Okay.
And as more of an intimidation thing rather than to attack, but I'm ready for that.
Do you even know what this thing does? Did you attune to it in your vision? I'm attuned to this currently. I know exactly what it is.
You're just stalling for time, honey.
You've attuned to it of your own accord, the same as you took it of your own accord. Attunement does not have any claim. What it does, quite frankly, isn't your business.
I'm very much attuned to not dying right now, honestly. Like,
Everybody make a perception check.
7.
The perception, that's an 18.
18.
17.
17.
19.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. Maggie has been watching this whole thing kind of go down, not moving. Irvin has moved stealthily
Everybody forgets about Irvin.
with a 17 and is
So I
standing.
noticed him.
Yeah. 17 and higher. Has moved like behind North, but kind of like not menacingly, just like he's putting himself in a position that would be advantageous.
Darling, you don't want to do that.
Very well. And Irvin kind of backs up, and Galsariad puts it in North's hand.
Good doing business with you.
You champions of merit my ass. And he goes and sits down.
I don't.
Oh, that's not a good name. We're not going to
Keep
use
your
that
ass
name.
out of there. Keep your
Yeah,
ass
that's
out
a
of there.
bad
It's
name.
kind of scrawny.
Wilvin turns to Io and he says, this is how it should have gone from the first place. let there be no bad blood between us, because you know what happened here is right.
Dermot says, it was right. They should have been. They should have had the amulet to begin with.
Question: who has Irvin's ring right now?
Dermot does.
Okay, cool.
I think Wilvin gave it to Dermot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
definitely don't have it.
Yeah. And he hasn't. He's not like saying that out loud, or you know. Io says, Galsariad, it's okay. Just we'll talk about it later. The offer still stands. We're the wastelands of Zorhas are dangerous. It would be good to travel together to Baxuzan. Even though we do not have the amulet, or it may not be on the same quest, but there are things to do, places to be, things we can perhaps find jobs in Baxuzan. Would you like to travel together?
As an individual, I know that, like, I know for a fact that you are someone who is upfront, who is, as Dermot said, trustworthy. How can you guarantee that we will not be stabbed in the back?
Everyone looks at Galsariad when she says it.
Galsariad is like turned away, and he's
No, I'm
just.
gonna wink at Irvin because that buddy went back behind me.
um, Io says, Irvin was just trying to be careful in case you did attack.
Understandable.
The same as all of you.
I mean, I was just over here reading my book. I don't even know why anyone's upset with me.
Is that any good? I wasn't so sure.
You know what? You should definitely read Came for the Orgy, Stayed for the Barbecue. It's really good.
No.
Take your word for it.
Irvin says, I hope the barbecue sauce is pretty good, at least.
I mean, it's spoilers, but yeah,
Sir.
I'll
The-
let you know later.
So Maggie kind of relaxes a little bit, is still very watchful. She actually kind of like Orgoth with that 20 from earlier.
Mhm.
When things got tense, she kind of shifted onto one foot where she would have been able to jump up quickly to react. She was ready to go. But Io says, if Galsariad backstabs you, I will help you put him down.
Well,
Galsariad.
I'd like to insight check that, please.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, that seems like a very interesting. Is that a ploy, or will she actually do that?
Yeah. She looks at Galsariad and is like, this is the third time you have gotten us in trouble with people. And she goes over and just starts kind of yelling at him silently. And Galsariad's like, listen, we have to take chances. We're broke. And Io's like, I cannot deny that, but they will help us if you just let them.
I think while that's happening, while Io's
Yeah.
attention goes to Gelsariad, Wilvin
Yeah.
straight up turns around to address Orgoth, and I would imagine we're all pretty close together, Orgoth North and Lapis, and just says, do we really think that this is a good idea? They got the jump on us. You almost died. There's a lot riding on this. And I still don't think that we've reached full diplomacy.
Can I try to sleight of hand the medallion into Wilvin's pocket?
Yes, because you kind of gathered together to kind of talk and whisper. So yes, make a sleight of hand. Pass the football.
Yep.
Pass the sports ball.
No.
25.
Okay. Wilvin, she with that 25, not only is she able to like sneak it into, she's able to communicate to you what she's doing.
Hmm.
You
I'm
need
still
us
then
gonna act like
as
I have it. Like I'm gonna just like put a hand around my neck and pop my
Yeah.
collar.
Mm-hmm.
then as he's talking to the group, once he gets that, he puts his hands in his pocket very naturally. So his hand, he's holding the amulet.
Okay.
So he knows where the fuck it is.
Got it. Okay.
But he doesn't stop talking to the group. He says, helpful though they can be, Garbutt's the only one I trust right now. Perhaps Io, but if they're a package deal, it worries me.
The only reason I would consider traveling with them is Gloomstalker. That did not go well for us. If there are more of those to be fought on the road, they do appear to have the ability to deal damage, which could be handy.
Dermot, who kind of overheard that, says, sorry to listen in, but there's much worse things out there than Gloomstalkers.
Our concern, Dermot, is one of them is called Galsariad.
Yeah. He says, noted. And also the Galsariad, I just do not trust him anymore. And I just don't know what to do. Io's my friend. I've known her since I was a child.
He kind of has a bad record, right? That's like 3 times I heard.
Yeah.
That's not good. In a few weeks, really, honey?
I don't know what to do. I mean, if it wasn't for Io, I would go with you all in a heartbeat.
Maybe, if we stick together, they're gonna see how well they're doing with better influence and with more fun people, I guess, that are not, assholes who almost kill people, leave them for dead, yada, yada, yada.
I'll talk to Io. What are you all going to do? Do you want to stay with us or do you want to go on your own?
Can we maybe take is there a trial plan, like 3 days free and then we start paying?
By the light, you're a tricky one. I think I would be okay with that. It is a long journey. We still have 3 days left. Actually, 4 days left to get to the encampment, the Emerald Loop way station.
I don't know, you guys, like I'm just spitballing there. Like if you have any input, just like put it out there.
Wilton puts one hand up because his other hand's still in the amulet. He says, you know my opinion. I don't trust it. Oh, I hear what you're saying, Argoth.
I just do not trust Galsariad. But I also would not say to just leave him alone. We can't do that. That is not an honorable thing to do. If there was a way we could ensure our safety against him, I would be more apt to do this.
It doesn't seem that their goals align. Dermot, forgive me for presuming about your group, but it seems as though they're on different wavelengths. So perhaps this is an opportunity for us. As he's thinking, he's kind of like twiddling his mustache a little bit. I'd say he's like, perhaps this is an opportunity for us not to gain Galsariad's help, but to in fact protect the likes of Dermot and Io. Because not only do I not trust Galsariad toward us, but I don't trust him toward them either.
I would agree.
I think he's got ulterior motives.
No, there's also a thing like keep your friends close and your enemies closer. So if we keep him inside, we know what's going up, what's going with him. If we don't have our eyes on him, we don't know shit.
They got the jump on us once. There's no saying they can't do it again.
I honestly think that if we were to travel with them and Galsariad is with us, every time we stop for a rest, Lapis and North will
Yes.
just have to split your watches because you both you
Yeah,
don't
yeah, yeah.
sleep, right? You do some weird other thing,
I've noticed that. I can't
right?
do it.
Right. North
Look,
does, but like
this-
really still, it's kind of creepy.
The sleep mask is really just because my eyes stay open and
Oh,
it
that's
creeps
even
people
creepier.
out.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you
Oh,
for the
yeah.
mask. Thank you.
I would have to say that in your time where you can both be awake longer than Wilvin and I can, you would have to each take a turn just watching Galsariad.
I feel like he has
Like
an
he gets a
ability that
special.
is. I feel like he has also that thing that,
He is a drow.
yes, elven people don't sleep as much as
Hmm.
the other folk.
I just feel like we'd have to watch him as much as we watch out for other dangers.
Just stagger the watches.
At what point does it become a chore?
Oh, it's already becoming a chore.
But I do think you are right, Wilvin. I think that he poses more of a threat than just to us. That is something that you should bring up to Io. And perhaps
If he does slip up, it seems that Io would be on our team wholeheartedly.
Like 3 strikes is big. 4, that's something you gotta work on, buddy.
Perhaps we're building this relationship at the right time in theirs.
Io and Galsariad have finished their argument and start coming back over to the campsite. Io's like, Galsariad has agreed to behave under threat of being kicked out of the group. And Galsariad's sulking.
Yeah, I mean, like being kicked out of a group in this place and having to fend for yourself. Ooh, that would be shitty.
My point exactly. I mean, he is from, oh God, what's the name of the capital city? It is
Roshona?
Roshona, yeah. He is from Roshona, and we are headed sort of in that direction, but he will behave, and I'll make sure me and Maggie will watch him. Make sure he doesn't hurt you. It's like, sorry, I can speak for myself. I promise not to hurt any of you unless
Hands up, hands up. I don't want to see any like crossed fingers.
He holds his gloved hands up. He puts them down. He says, if we come to blows, it will not be because of me. But let me make it plain. I do not trust any of you.
Feelings mutual.
You don't have to trust us, but you do have to stay your hand if we're going to work together. We can travel to Bazuzan as one, but the moment we smell a whiff of a threat, we're not pulling any punches. And he looks at Io as well as Galsariad, just as like part of the agreement.
Mm-hmm. Galsariad nods. It's like, and Io says, understandable.
So you heard that? A whiff. Don't fart.
Galsariad kind of grumbles and says, fine. And he actually goes back and pulls his bedroll. My watch is over. And he pulls his
He
bedroll.
wouldn't fart.
Fuck you,
That's
North.
crazy.
He goes down the hill and sets up a little at the bottom of the hill away from everybody. It's like, Io says, okay, now that that's over with, welcome to our campsite.
So I don't think I actually met you. I mean, I saw you race, but I don't think I.
Oh, hi, Io Jabe. and you see she's a blue-skinned, um, dear Lord, I don't have anything right up in front of me anymore. Water genasi, and she is kind of like sits back down on the trunk where Galsariad was sitting, and she's like, "Oh, and you are?
Oh, I'm Lapis Prisma Wing.
Nice to meet
Nice to
you."
meet you. Yes.
Uh,
Oh yeah, Dermot. Here you go. And she hands him another book and it's like, this is the sequel to the last one that I gave you.
He takes it. It's like, oh, opens it up. What's on the front cover?
It's called Longing for His Long Thing.
Poor
And
Dermot.
Dermot's like blushing, and you just see, you see Io kind of like, Dermot?
Is there like a centerfold page that's just going?
And he kind of like takes it and kind of like, I'm tired. I'm going to go get the horses. I'll be right back. And he like runs away quickly.
You're too much for him, Lapis.
I guess so. I mean, they're just books.
To you,
Well, as I
maybe.
recall, he didn't understand everything, and you said you were going to help him with some of the words. I think that's probably.
Ooh.
Oh, you're right. I need to do that.
Mhm.
I'll do it whenever he comes back.
I'd be there for that.
Oh, of course.
Orgoth, Maggie comes over to you and says, "You are much more craftier than I gave you credit for."
Hmm. Oh, perhaps we should share this rabbit together. It seems that we will travel, and I think that you are a good sort. I have a good feeling about you, Maggie Keen Eyes.
Orgoth Skull Crusher, let us share this rabbit. And she sits down next to you and just takes it, and it's cooked, and just like breaks it in half, like rips it, hands you half.
Right. It's like the messiest like meal
Yeah,
ever, as we're just
ever.
both like
Yeah. She does like the chicken wing thing where she just takes a leg and like puts the whole thing in her mouth, and like it's just the bone comes out. The Irvin comes up and says, "Sorry, I just wanted to make sure nothing was going to break out."
Understandable.
North.
Are you more of a like daggers guy or bow guy?
I'm kind of a daggers guy.
No, yeah, no, I understand that. I understand that. You know, if you want to like, we could talk about that. Like, I have some.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I have. He actually like pulls out this ivory handled dagger, and
Oh,
um, and he comes over and to you, North, and you see that he has this wound, like this, his entire left arm is like bandaged and bloodied, and like the cuts actually go into his arm a little bit.
tough fight out there.
Ran into a gloomstalker.
Oh yeah, we saw that you did actually. Good job.
Mm, It was
Think.
it was wounded already, but it
Oh,
was.
then we may have run into the same one.
Oh, interesting.
Mhm.
It got a good bite on me. I had to.
Yeah, do you happen to lose a ring by any chance? I think Dermot
Dermot has it.
picks
You
it
found
up.
it.
Picked it up. Yeah. Yeah, Dermot has it, like, if you want to ask about it.
Where Dermot?
Hey, he went to get the horses. He's going to be back in a second.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Get the horses. Okay.
Oh no. Oh no.
He ran off. He's never
He ran
coming
off
back.
with what he bought.
Okay.
Ashes, go down there and check up on him, please.
Ashes like runs away, runs right down the hill. And Ashes comes back riding Chapstick on asleep on top of Chapstick.
Yes.
And like he's got like the reins for like the horses, and he's like, his horse is kind of just trotting along next to him, but he's got the reins of all your horses, and they're just following along behind him. And Io's like, that's how you caught up to us.
I mean,
course-
you didn't
of
think
course
about that?
Of course they would give the champions a merit whatever conveyance they wanted.
I'll go down and grab Bone Dancer. Come with me, Bone Dancer. Well, now if we are traveling together, perhaps we can share the ride.
We can take turns walking and riding, just like rest our legs,
Okay.
rest our feet more than our legs because it's still harder than legs. But, you know,
I mean, I don't weigh that much. I think we could ride doubles.
Okay.
Oh, you and Dermot could ride together. Oh, he has a horse already.
Oh yeah, he has a
Oh,
we
horse.
could talk about books the whole time.
That's true. But yeah, no, that's also true. Is that he's very small for my horse.
And he's wearing kind of plate mail too. So
Oh dang, yeah.
yeah, it's not plate mail, but it is like it's a breastplate. So but he is kind of on the heavy side. The Io kind of comes up and says, "Listen, I just want to apologize. Sorry for all the confusion. Um, Gal's the kind of guy, he throws ideas at us and we kind of go with it, and he just gets us into trouble, and this was a last straw. He's on probation. I want to assure you of all that."
Look, I'll say the same thing I told Dermot. Not a day ago. When was the festival? Yesterday.
It was like 3 or 4 days ago.
Uh, your character reflects in the company you keep, Io. And you keep Dermot, so it reflects kindly on you. But you have a dark side to your group.
It's
I
true.
hope you know that.
She nods and says, "I know. We all have our history. I'm sure you all have your dark histories as well."
Yes. But the further the history gets, the more forgivable it becomes.
Hmm.
This is pretty fresh.
Okay, she nods.
Having dark history, I'm like a white lamb. Baby.
She says, "I'm going to head off to bed. Um, good night." And she goes and crawls into her bedroll. Is there anything that you all would like to do for the evening?
Not really. I will take first watch though, if you guys all don't mind.
Okay.
Yeah, no problem. I'm just gonna check a thing real quick.
Okay.
Do I have something on me that could no?
Um, During the rest while sleeping, I think Wilvin he keeps the amulet in his coat pocket, but for this rest, takes his jacket off and like folds the pocket to the inside of the
Got it.
jacket,
Okay.
and then like basically is laying on it
Okay.
while he rests.
Mhm.
Like you gotta, I know I'm light, but you gotta move me to
Okay.
get to that thing.
Are you going to do any attunement or anything to the amulet?
That never really gave it a thought. Sure.
You're holding
I
it?
guess. Yeah.
Okay.
I was putting
You're
it in my
doing that
pocket.
thing. Yeah, you're doing that thing where you have your hand underneath the pillow, sort of deal.
Yeah.
Kind of. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Drop
Yeah.
the hot potato
Okay.
on Wilvin.
Okay, so Wilvin, you attune to the Jewel of Three Prayers.
Just-
It is named the Jewel of Three Prayers. Don't look at it in D&D Beyond because it may give you all three states. I don't want you to look
Oh.
at each.
Yeah, you got it.
Okay. It's a glittering golden disc attached to a fine golden chain. It's actually like as you attune to it, you feel the chain shrinking in your hand, becoming a proper length for you, for your
Mhm.
size. It has the following properties:
Hmm.
a +1 bonus to AC while you're wearing it. So you have to be wearing it.
Great.
While wearing or holding the jewel, you can use an action to cause it to shed bright light in a 15-foot radius and dim light for an additional 15 feet. The light lasts until you extinguish it. No action required to douse the light. Also, the jewel has 3 charges and regains all its expended charges at dawn. While holding the jewel, you can expend 1 charge to cast the invisibility spell.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's the only thing. That's the only spell it's got right now.
that's right now. That's
Fuck, that's
yeah.
enough, man. Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
Wow, I got a whole page devoted to just this jewel.
Okay. The night goes without event, and you wake up the next morning, the sun starting to rise over the western hills. You see Dermot has already gone out and gotten some breakfast. Actually, there was a stream close by, like got some fish. And goes off and feeds the horses. What do you all do to prepare for the day?
I'll help with the fish. Haven't been on a boat for like so long. I know how it works.
Okay.
So like you know how to fillet things when there's like try to keep the
Mhm.
bones as low as possible, you know.
Right. Okay. Io, Dermot goes off and does that. Galsariad, he's just been kind of like in his thoughts. And you see him, he's been writing in a book. He opens up a journal. He's just been writing in it. Quiet to himself. Irvin comes up to Lapis during breakfast. Like, so hi, um, we haven't met, have we?
I think I saw you leave the table for the pie eating contest.
Yeah, I thought I saw you in the back there. You were reading a book. That wasn't my best moment. Hi,
Oh, no.
I'm I'm Irvin Wastewalker.
Lapis Prismawing. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Anyway, I just wanted to. I think I didn't introduce myself last night, and it was strange, and I just wanted to say hi. So.
Oh yeah, no, the tensions were everywhere. You could cut the sexual tension with the sport between Galsariad and North.
I kind of noticed that a little bit. I'm not sure what's going on there. So, anyway, see you on the road. And he kind of
Yeah, sure.
goes over and starts packing up his stuff. Maggie comes
Heard
up.
that, Lapis? You're gross.
What? I am simply stating what I saw.
Orgath Orgath comes Maggie comes up to Orgath and says, I enjoyed your company last night.
I did as well, Maddie Key Eyes. I think that perhaps we could spar later.
I would enjoy that. Also, do you play dragon chess?
Oh, I do not, but I would be interested to learn.
And she reaches into her bag and pulls out, with her huge hands, a tiny little chessboard and puts it back in her bag. I will teach you.
I will learn. Do you play any musical instruments?
I do not.
Oh, I do. I'm hoping later to have a session, I think they're called.
An
Maybe Wilvin will play
exchange of
drums.
ideas. I like this. And she kind of nods and goes and gets her stuff. You are getting on the road with your new traveling companions.
All right, who's sharing horses with who?
Wilvin and Dermot each have their own customized
Mhm.
horses,
Ponies.
right?
Right.
Itty bitties.
Itty
Cool.
bitties.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Wilvin's riding solo.
Hey Irvin, you want to join me?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right, I'm riding up front though.
Okay. Okay.
You hold on to my hips.
Okay.
I'm not holding anyone else's. All right, let's go.
Okay. He gets up and puts his hands on your hips and he's like, okay.
I was gonna say, what's at the hips? What does
Yeah.
it feel?
I mean,
Yep.
he does feel something.
He looks confused, but then kind of like just goes with it. And no, who's getting with North?
Io?
Io.
Sorry.
I could take Ayo with me. Yeah.
Io's like, okay. Io jumps
Because
in.
I'm scared that if I have Galsariad with me, I'm just gonna grab my dagger and and leave him behind.
Maggie decides to just walk.
I would invite you on my horse, Maggie, but I believe we would kill it if we are both on it at the same time.
No, Bone Dancer, no!
But I will take Galsariad with me if you would care to ride.
Galsariad says, out of all of you, you are the one I trust to do. You are the one I trust the most to do what you say you would do.
But you don't trust me? I never did shit to you. Well, besides trip you. And call you an asshole. And think you're a bitch.
He's just counting off, like, looks at you like, there you go.
I just ride by Lapis and fist bump.
She fist bumps right back.
Okay.
And I'm gonna have Galsariad right in front of me because I don't want him behind me.
Got it. Okay.
Are you holding the reins like around
Oh yeah,
him?
right. He's
that's-
like, yeah, he's in the circle of trust.
he is really, because he's a drow, he is real skinny and you're just able to like
Mhm.
Dermot takes the front. And you all take off. You travel for most of the day. You stop for lunch. Maggie gets out the chessboard. But it's, very quick lunch, a very as you're traveling southward, the forest seems to get thicker and thicker, and the leaves are greener and greener. It's like as you get closer to where the way station is, the forest is more filled out and more like something magical is happening here. It's like this used to be a wasteland, but it's definitely becoming someplace really nice and beautiful. You can hear a stream off in the distance, and you travel for the rest of the day. And at the end of the day, I'd like everybody to make a perception check.
14.
Okay.
10.
10.
11.
Oh
Hold on, I
no.
got inspiration
Oh no.
from last time.
Okay.
And it was the same.
Well, I hate that.
Oh no.
Same number.
How bad was it? What's the high
Well,
number?
Well, again, it was the same roll. I rolled 4 twice, so
Oh god. Okay.
it's an 8.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
11 our highest. Is that Orgoth's?
Yeah. Okay.
No, I got 11.
Oh, no.
8 plus, yeah.
So north. Okay. So after
Not a 14. I have the high.
Yeah.
Oh.
late, the sun's not down yet, but and you just somehow missed it. As you're traveling, I think you're having conversations. You're talking. It's like you're not like just traveling silently. You hear horses suddenly on either side of the road. They're coming up over, and you see 12 men. And there's this large. Let me get back to where I am in the module. Where is it? You see this man, grizzled, like graying like stubble on his chin. He has these bandoliers, and there's 3 daggers, and they're across over his chest, and there's 3 daggers in each one. And he comes up, and the 12 men have short bows, not raised. He's like, "Good evening. Nice day for a ride, is it not? My
And
name
it is.
is Postrak, but you can call me Six Knives.
Is it because you have 6 knives on your chest there?
I am very good with these knives.
Does someone here have like 7 knives? Please tell me yes.
Arvin, do you have 7 knives?
Evan, please don't let me down.
He says, well, each of these have a name for what I like doing with them. And you just see the men laughing. Listen, I am a tax collector. The
Uh-huh.
Kryn dynasty is trying to improve these roads. It's a road and infrastructure tax.
Is he wearing any Kryn Dynasty armor or?
No roll needed. No, none of the men are. He says, so if just to help, you're going to pave these roads eventually, put down some new stones, make it very nice. Um, However, the toll is 25 gold head. So if you just be so kind as to, and you see the crossbows kind of like the bowmen like pull arrows out of their quivers and kind of put them
My God,
right
that's a lot
on the
of
bow.
people for a tax collector.
Hmm.
Do you think he's legit, guys?
Oh no, gosh no. He reminds me of the character in Robin Hood.
Oh, Six Knives says,
That's really good. That's my favorite one
what?
so far.
What?
Yeah, there's a character in Robin Hood. He was he's corrupt. His name was like they called him the Shifter of Nottingham.
Nodding
Anyway,
like with a U?
Notting KNO.
Oh.
anyways, if you would like to pass any further, and without delay, I would recommend that you pass over the gold. 25 gold ahead. And you see Maggie over here like,
Oh, well, you guys, this sucks. We're gonna have to go back then.
and you see one of the men, like one of his men kind of ride up next to him and lean over. It's like, or perhaps we've been told that there's something got taken out of Jagao recently. Something called a zombie stick. Would you happen to know anything about that? Perhaps we could let the taxes go this time.
My dude, like, who's your contact?
Whatever do you mean?
Like, who's your contact in Chicago?
Mumu.
Yeah, I know. I don't deal with Moo. No.
Oh, you don't deal with Mumu?
No, this kind of. Like they said some things like when I met them, and I was like, oh, that's not super. Like, you don't say that to someone. Like,
Listen, if you don't have any information about the zombie stick, you don't have to, but you do have to pay the taxes. So cough it up, throw it on the ground.
I'm gonna lean forward just slightly, so I'm like right next to Gelsariad's ear,
Mm-hmm.
and say, "How many can you take at once?"
Those four on the right, I think I can get their horses and the riders in my gravity blast.
Well, let's be ready, because I think this is about to go in a very bad direction.
What the rest of you do?
I'd like to ready a dissonant whispers
Mm-hmm.
on the main baddie.
Okay.
We'll say first level. And I'm readying it in my silent speech
Got it.
that nobody else would hear.
Got it. Okay.
So as soon as as soon as an arrow flies, I have that ready.
Okay.
let me just check a thing real quick.
They're all on horses, right?
They're all on horses, yes.
I want to cast Cause Fear the moment I see him do anything.
Okay,
Like even attempt to get off of his horse.
Holding an action.
I
Okay.
want Cause
Okay.
Fear on the horse.
Got it. Okay.
I want to ready an action to throw a dagger at the belt that is holding his saddle on the
Mhm.
horse.
Oh, nice. Nice. Okay. So
And just like lean into Io and go like, do you want to play fuck around and find out?
I think they've already fucked around.
Well, they're gonna find out.
Let's do it. Um,
Hey, Urban,
yeah.
I'm not very good at taking any hits at all. My AC shit.
What's an AC?
Uh, it's just something I came up with. It's
Okay.
in my books.
Okay.
Just make sure that nobody fucking gets me, please.
I will.
Take care of Ashes.
I will protect you. Make a persuasion roll.
Oh, hell
See
yeah.
how seriously he takes this.
Not very seriously. What's my persuasion? It's an 11.
Okay. He nods. He says, "Hey, you're on our side now. I'll watch out for you." 6 knives.
Wilvin,
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Well, everybody else talked to one of the other parties, so Wilvin is going to silently say something to Dermot, and because Dermot was out front,
Right.
and he just silently will just say, "Ready yourself, Dermot, and stay out of the line of fire. We need you."
He nods, but doesn't say anything. You notice he's been like looking right at six knives the entire time. Well,
I'm gonna slide off my horse. Oh, Maggie, we better get the money for them. They need to get what's coming to them, obviously.
don't try anything funny.
And I'll put my hands up like say, I have no weapons. And
That's what scares me.
in fact, I'll take my belt that has my boomerangs on it, and I'll like put it on the horse and like
Okay.
to show that I have like no
Right.
weapons on, and I'm gonna just all I have is like a pouch I'm walking up with, like, oh Maggie,
Got it.
bring your money. And I want to walk over up to 6
Okay. And
knives.
6 knives, and he kind of like, well, throw it on the. He like kind of like pulls out one of his daggers and like he twirls it and says, "Don't get any closer."
Oh, I want to stop. Like, I'll stop near the front of the horse. Like, oh, of course.
Throw it on the ground.
So I'm going to throw the satchel that I've got like over, but kind of away from him.
Got it.
So he has to, like, if he shifts his attention, the horse
Do
will
it.
shift slightly.
Okay.
That's my feint.
Okay. Which you could
Then
do.
Then
Yep.
I'm gonna punch the horse.
Okay. Let's go ahead and roll initiative because they're holding actions too.
Okay.
So
Yes, they are.
basically, yeah. So
I want him
basically,
to fall off his horse so
oh
bad.
god.
Same. I want his horse to just leave his ass behind.
Okay. Oh god, that populated so fast. North, what do you get?
Oh God. I was so focused on what was going on that so 18.
18. Okay. Lapis, what do you get?
I got a nat 20, so 21.
Nice. Orgoth.
4.
4. Wilvin.
9.
9. Okay, auto roll initiative. I've only got Dermot rolled a 4 for the party. Okay, for him. This is what happens. The Orgoth, because you're last in the initiative turn, we're just gonna do you initiating and everybody else going in initiative order with their held actions. Okay. Lapis. Actually, so punch, make an attack roll on the horse.
Well, so first I gotta roll my my feint
Okay.
by throwing the bag.
Mhm.
This is so much harder. It's easy because it's D&D Beyond, which is fantastic. But then I've also got to remember how to do all that
and
because
find
I've never rolled one of these dice in D&D Beyond.
You should just be able to click the ability and stuff. So hopefully,
I'm on features and traits. Where is it? Superiority die. If I click a superiority die, that just tags it.
Yeah. It just,
Oh
like,
gosh,
uses them up. Okay.
I did that, and and a blah. I just can't find what I'm clicking to roll that die. Sorry.
If you want me to roll one for you, I can.
Yeah, I need a D8. Roll it because I don't have any dice.
Roll a
I can't find how to
D8.
do it. So
That
I need
is a
D8.
5.
In
Okay,
the
that-
bottom left corner of D&D Beyond should be a D20.
Oh
That's
my
just
God.
regular old dice.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll roll it then.
Okay, go for it.
To roll, everyone to roll. All right, there we go. Which was much worse, a 1. But anyway,
One.
Oh no!
Okay.
Oh
the
no!
tick in your 5. But I rolled it. Nah. Okay, so now I will. That's a point of damage hanging out, not much. But I do get advantage on this attack.
Okay.
So I'm going to punch the horse,
Okay.
which is exciting. Let's see.
This is like a scene from Blazing Saddles. It's like,
Yeah, pretty much. And here we go. I'll just roll twice and I have to roll with advantage. There's a 23 and,
that
and
hits.
a 23. Yeah,
yeah, that hits.
Okay, great. I will then do 11, 12 points of bludgeoning damage.
Do you have that riding horse stats up close? Anything? Anybody?
Oh,
Yeah.
let me check real quick. I'm on it.
I might be able to. I just need their hit points. That was like, oh, he's still at 2 left. Okay. So this is what happens. You punch the horse. He takes 11 points of damage. They have 13. He bucks and like kind of like and almost goes down. Six Knives needs to make a animal handling check and rolls a natural 20. So he is able to like pull the reins up, but it twists the horse completely around, and he currently has his back to all of you.
Good.
Okay, top of the round, Lapis.
Because I was holding an action to cause
yeah.
fear
Yeah.
onto
'Cause
that horse.
Because what's going to happen is that because this is basically a surprise round, but
Mhm.
everybody was holding an action, so we're just going to go in
Mhm,
initiative order. Lapis. So causing fear. That is a saving throw against for the horse. That is a 9.
Oh yeah, it's scared now.
Okay, now it bucks again, and I'm going to, because of what's happening at disadvantage, animal handling is okay. It's enough, and the animal takes off and like kicks its hind legs, and that throws Six Knives down, and he like falls off prone onto the ground, and his horse takes off. Okay, North.
That hacked up my held action to slice his saddle off, but there was a guy next to him. Can I just?
There's like 6 horsemen on either side. So
Yeah, I'm just gonna like the one that got closer to him. I'm gonna
mhm.
just pivot 5 degrees to the left.
Okay. Okay.
So that's a dagger. Oh, that's not good. That's a 15.
15. That will hit the horse at least. So
It's the saddle.
that saddle. I'm gonna say yeah, it hits the saddle but doesn't like hit the strap.
Ah, shit.
Roll damage on this. Roll your damage and see how much. It might be enough to actually.
Big old 5.
Yeah, it's not enough. It kind of like cuts the strap a little bit, but not much. Okay.
I don't get sneak attack on that.
No, you do not. Okay, Six Knives spins his action.
Is it still a surprise round?
Oh, it is surprise round, yes. But he gets he wasn't really holding an action. So he doesn't get to go, but the bandits get to go next. They have a roll to 13. Because we're going in round, and like because everybody that was holding an action gets their surprise round off.
Yeah. I just forgot they were also part of the surprise round.
Yeah. So arrows get fired at everybody. And I'm just gonna roll attacks on the 4 of you. So that is a miss on North, a hit on Lapis,
But how much?
let me roll. I'll roll damage in a second. A hit on Orgoth, 17 plus 2, 19, and a natural 1 on Wilvin. So the hit on Lapis, the arrow does 3 points of damage from the arrow, and Orgoth, you take 3 points of damage from that arrow. Okay. Okay. And the arrows fly. Dermot is like running, like he's like trying to ride down the bandit captain. The bandits have gone, and you see them. Some of them get. Io gets one attack successfully. Io gets hit by an arrow, but nobody else gets hit. Wilvin, your turn.
Dissonant Whispers goes off in Big Baddie's head.
Okay.
Silently. I guess it's a melody that they can hear, so Wilvin's just like humming, just like just kind of like really drive it in.
Excellent. Okay.
So he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. That is a 2, natural 2.
Noise.
fail.
He's gonna take 3d6. One of them is max. 12 points of psychic damage.
Nice.
And has to immediately use his reaction to move as far as his speed allows away from me.
Which is away from, he runs south. Okay. And his speed is 30 feet. Okay. So he just takes off running. And you hear the person who'd run up to talk to Six Knives. Just like, Captain, what do we do?
You better follow him. When the leader goes, you know it's over.
Make a persuasion roll.
22.
22. Okay. It's like, Captain, we gotta go. And you see like the people who are like holding the longbows, like what, like they're very confused right now. It looks like they're about to break. Dermot, anything else, Wilvin?
No, that's it.
Dermot rides after the Six Knives on foot, and he makes, okay, he strikes twice with his warhammer, hitting, my god, hitting. Okay, that is 12 and another 10, 22 points of damage, and he just like strikes the bandit on the back of the head, and he like goes down, but he's like kind of stumbles, but tries to get back up. He's still on his feet.
Don't steal the kills.
Okay, Orgoth, your turn.
How far am I from Six Knives now? Is he 30 feet away?
He is, yeah, 30 feet away.
All right, I'm going to move and catch up with him.
Mm-hmm. Easily.
And then I'm going to grapple.
Nice. Okay.
So
Roll to hit. This is actually a athletics.
Yeah.
Okay.
I have a 19.
Oh god, I don't know if he can beat that. He has a good strength. It's just a +2 though. 9. Okay, so you just like, as he's like getting up and Dermot rode past, you kind of like your big meaty hands grab him and just like yank him back.
Yep.
Okay. Anything else?
And that's it. I'm like tell your men to leave.
He nods. He says, stand down. And the men like kind of like they put their bows away and they look. Lapis, it's technically your turn. What are you doing?
I'm gonna hold an action in case he decides to go back on that shit.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna hold on to Wither and Bloom on his ass.
Okay. North.
You know what? Gonna just take an insurance policy on that because sometimes Lapis misfires just to make sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave you on the horse. Just like take good care of Donkey. I'm gonna move my movement. That is very. If I
Okay.
need a bonus action,
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the bonus action, and I am going to ready an action. Just put my rapier under his neck while Orgoth is holding him.
Got it. During when Dermot rushed, I forgot to tell the other group. Let's see. Irvin threw a dagger, took out one of the bandits. Maggie could not get to anybody. but she wanted to really badly. Galsariad casts a spell, and it's like wave of energy, the same spell that hit North, and it is kind of like, vroom, and it goes out into like a big, um, like wide area, and it picks up 4 of the bandits into the air, and just like their bodies go crunch, 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 and they just fall down.
Oh, that's what it looks like from the outside.
Yikes.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what you missed
Hmm.
when you were inside it.
Yeah, and Io um, she has like a harpoon, and she threw her harpoon and speared one of the others. Um, the captain is like, I surrender, and then the rest of the bandits that are still alive just take off on their horses. And he's got the 6 Knives is kind of like holding his hands above his head, like
Yeah,
like
I've got
over
him
his
up.
head.
I've got him up like this, so
Yeah.
his arms are
Right.
like
Yeah.
chicken winged above his head.
Exactly. Yes.
Hey, 6 boy, I want these knives.
These are a family heirloom. You can't have them.
They have names. I want them.
You see names actually kind of stitched into the scabbards. The names are. Let me get there. The names are Bone Shaver,
Ooh,
Gleam, Grudge, Jabby, Pierce, and Tickles.
I want them even more now.
And they like, especially like the bandolier. It's just like, it's basically just has like crossing sheaths for the daggers.
You think it'll look good on me? I think it'll look good on me.
Yeah,
Then
I
it's
would say
just
so.
take my rapier, bring it down, and choop.
It just kind of like falls off of him. It's like, just let me go.
How much you get today?
We've got 100 gold on my horse.
Where's the
The
horse
are the
at now?
other horses? Are the other horses that did Galsariad get the horses and the riders, or just the riders?
The
Because of-
horses that got kind of like, they sucked up in the air a little bit,
Right.
they ran off. Like they were terrified.
Okay.
There are 4 horses remaining from the people that the other team took down during the combat.
Perfect. Well, I think we're gonna need these horses and these knives and
Let's
I
take
guess
the money. Like
I
he's
guess
taking.
100 gold because it's really expensive on the roads here. That's what I've heard.
He's like, no, just let me go. Let me go. I promise. I promise.
Wilvin
I won't
will
bother you again.
he slowly trots up like really, really confidently, and he just goes. He's pretty low, so I would imagine again he's like pretty
Yeah.
eye level with the guy, and he's
Mhm.
like, "You learned a very important lesson today. We know you're not tax collectors, and we know you don't work for the Kryn dynasty. Stop pushing your bullshit on the road, because you fucked with the wrong ones today."
Okay, just let me go.
Pick up
Oh.
the knives, grab them. Just gonna head over to the horse, collect the 100 if I can find it.
It's like in his satchel on the horse. So
And I'm going to take, actually, let me just take a quick look at my money. I'm gonna pick 15 of my money, put it in his hands, and go, just in case someone asks you for tolls. And I'm gonna
Good one.
cut if he's wearing like a belt that holds like his pants up, I'm
He
gonna cut the
is.
belt.
Yeah, like foop, and it's just pants just fall to the ground.
Yes.
Yeah,
And then Orgoth will let him go.
he kind of goes down. He pulls his pants up and he just runs off. It's like, and he screams as he runs off into the hills.
Gonna watch. Will he fall because of his pants?
Let's find out. That is a 3. So he gets to the top of the hill. He gets to the top of the hill, like runs, and suddenly he's like, whoa, and then you see him go. The pants fall down, and he just completely tumbles out of the pants, leaving the pants behind.
Yes.
And this pony kind of comes up, like one of the horses that's kind of like just running around free, trots up, just reaches down, picks up the pants, and starts chewing on them.
He fucked around. He found out.
Yep.
Well, it looks like we all have our own mounts now. So,
All
a good
right.
day so far.
Irvin goes and gets the horse, collects the horses. Dermot actually kind of goes and some of the horse, because he's on the pony, he runs and chases them down and like brings them back. Looks like we've got a lot of supplies too to feed the horses. I think we'll be set for a while.
Nice.
Okay, so let me just count real quick. I'm gonna give 10 to everyone
Okay,
because we're 9, right?
9 currently, yes.
10 to everyone, and I'm gonna keep another like the 10 that's remaining. It's gonna be like
Hmm.
to buffer for anyone who needs something.
Okay. And you get back on the road. Anything else you want to do with this?
I will say I am gonna miss Irvin's warmth. He was very warm.
I mean, if you're warm, then I don't mind riding with you.
Oh
If
no,
you
you're good. You have your own horse.
Oh, okay. Okay. He looks disappointed.
So now it was Bone Shiver, Glee.
Yes. It is, let me get there. Bone Shaver, Gleam, Grudge,
Oh my god, these names.
Jabby, Pierce,
Pierce
and
with
Tickles.
IE or EA?
Pierce, Pierce.
Okay.
Yes.
And Tickles.
He probably fucking like named them when he was 16.
Oh, absolutely.
The it looks like the bandolier is really nice, but it looks like the he drew with like some charcoal pencil the names on each of them.
Gonna see if I can put on my actual belt instead of wearing them.
Yeah, you could make it, you can kind of like, it's kind of, you can like pull the belt out of the different sheaths, the scabbards.
Oh wait, I'm 8 nice, bruh.
Amazing.
There's a new tax collector in town.
Yep. Okay. At the end of this evening, you stop for the night. You've got one, I think it's like 2 more days until you get to the way station. The watch goes pretty easily. You have a really nice conversation. Like, Dermot comes up to Lapis and is asking, like, once, like, so what's this word mean? He points to something, and so
Oh. Okay, so that's whenever a guy finishes it.
no, whisper in my ear, whisper in my ear. Okay. Okay.
Comedic gold. The timing of that, the improv of that. Well done, everybody.
Orgoth, the Maggie gets out the dragon chessboard, and he's like, she teaches you the game, and like what all the pieces do and everything, and she lets you win just to show you kind of like, he's like, I will not be so easy on you next time.
Oh, good. I appreciate this game. It is highly tactical, but also requires strategy. I appreciate it.
It is just like the battlefield. You have to have your eyes on every piece and see what everything is happening all at once. It is like being in battle.
Next time we play, no holding back.
No holding back.
You must beat me fair, square. I recognize that you let me win that one.
Okay. Galsariad still keeping to himself.
Yeah, I think on this rest, Wilvin would approach Gelsariad.
Okay.
And doesn't have to be long, but I think that he would approach him and be like, "We've one night behind us as one group. Do you regret it yet?"
It has its uses. having
That it does.
safety in numbers and all that. It's and I did get to show off a little bit. And it was quite enjoyable crunching their bones, I guess.
We have that was much easier with you, and I have to admit that. But I think that there's something smart in mutual distrust, and I see that you keep yourself at an arm's distance. I have to admit I respect that.
You got to be aware of what's around you at all times.
But if the crew that you're traveling with cannot trust you, I don't see the point.
You can trust me in a fight. If we're on the same side, I won't let you down. But you cross me. You cross me, and it's over.
Agreed.
And he turns around and goes back and just sits down and starts writing some more.
Woman will go off.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna go sit between Io and wait, can you hear me? Yes.
Yes, I can.
Yeah.
Okay. Between Io and Irvin and go like with the knives. Okay, which one's your favorite?
I really like because they all have different. And you can come up with this if you want. We can come up with together. The handles are different shapes and different like materials. So
Magical or something? Like they
they
just have
they're
some
just
silly names.
they're silly names and they're like well made, but they might be magical. You don't know.
Oh wait, I know a way to test that. I'm just gonna like whack it, like at the take my knife and see if I can damage a bit.
You can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Not in like an obvious place.
Which
but
one?
Like,
Which one do you do that to?
Let's go with Pierce. I don't know. Pierce seems basic.
Okay. Yeah, Pierce is basic. The the I kind of almost like as a DM, I want to be like I have enough NPCs to run right now as it is, and I'm like, man, I could like give all of these like make these intelligent daggers and just like be.
I'll do that to
Please.
yourself.
Please
no,
do.
That would
It's-
kill me. That would
It's-
kill me. Oh my god. Okay.
I
You
don't
could
have
just-
enough
you
stuff
could-
going on right now, Ron.
Ron, you could have the chat each take a dagger, and then they just have to like talk as the dagger whenever you need the dagger.
Oh
So-
gosh, that is terrifying.
Yeah.
Thank
a lot of
you.
power.
That's like side like that's a alternate universe right there. But
Yeah.
the
That's like a one shot.
that
North
is-
of the daggers.
north
one
of the
shot.
daggers. The but they look at the daggers and it's like I think Grudge looks pretty like Io's like I like how it's like serrated. How Grudge
Yeah,
is
reminds a
serrated
bit
on
of
the
your-
side.
Reminds a bit of your trident, right? Like
Sorry,
your
say it.
reminds a bit of your weapon, right?
Yes, like it really does.
Yeah, it stays. You know what? Pick one, each of you.
Oh. Um
Yeah, I can't like I can't be 8 knives. Come on, that sounds silly.
Io picks Grudge.
Cool.
And Irvin is the other person you were talking to?
Yep.
Irvin,
The
Irvin Dagger Boy.
of course, Dagger Boy needs a dagger.
You really like Jabby, don't you? I can see it in your eyes.
Take the tickler. The tickler.
I'll take Tickles.
Seems like
Now?
another knife.
Are you gonna rename them?
There's one thing though.
Mm.
You're not allowed to stab me with these.
Gals looks at North and says, "It would be nice to have a dagger that I can throw away into the bushes if I attack some fleeing,
Don't you have like
Um,
long distance stuff?
not really spells is all I've got. So I'll
But you
take.
You could get me at a distance, buddy.
I know I can get you at a distance. I just if I'm all out of spells, I have something to protect myself.
Yeah, you would need that, but do you deserve it?
You offered.
Not you. I offered these two.
Oh, come on, North. He did his part today.
I like Pierce.
Oh, you like the basic one? Go on.
He just looks.
You basic bitch.
I do not like you. And he
Not
takes
allowed to stab me with it.
and he takes it and walks off. Just yanks it out of the scabbard.
Okay, so that leaves me with Bone Shaver, Gleam, and Jabby, and my 2 daggers that I haven't named because I'm not a pompous asshole. But I am 5 knives now.
Okay. Okay, it's almost time, just so you know. You travel for 2 more days. And in the mid-afternoon of the second day, you see the trees just keep getting like bigger, and the trees get like, you see like more animals. Like you actually see like one of the stops you make for hunting, you're able to find plenty of game for food. Um, but the trees keep getting bigger and more beautiful, and like something magical is just happening in this area. This used to be a barren wasteland, and it's like the grass is green, and you see a large stand of trees rising out of the barren wasteland. The leaves of dozens of towering oaks rustle in the breeze. The scent of a bonfire wafts from the trail of smoke rising from somewhere up ahead. The path through the trees is deeply rutted by the work of countless wagon wheels. A wooden sign posted at the head of the path bears the decorated shepherd's crook that is the holy symbol of Melora, the wild mother. And the words Emerald Loop Caravan Stop are like on the placard. As you ride through the path, you see it open up into a large clearing, nearly 100 feet across. Music, laughter, savory aromas of fresh cooked food and wood smoke drift through the air. On the west side of the clearing stands a full-grown horizon-back tortoise. On its back is the homestead of a family of goblins. And you see like 2 little like goblin kids running all over like the back of the goblin, like hanging off of the edge of one of the buildings on there, like catch me, you can't catch me, and they're like kind of running and having fun. The other side of the clearing are 7 covered wagons encircling a bonfire, and rope fence has been set up north of this encampment to contain the wagon's oxen. And also you see um, a group of Aurora Watch soldiers who start approaching you and say, "Oh,
See,
the
they
Chep."
look like people who actually like work for them.
It looked like what?
Not like the people who said they were
These
working with you.
these are these are actual like full armored Aurora
Yeah, they
Watch
look the
soldiers.
part.
Yeah, and they say, "Welcome to the Emerald Loop Caravan Stop. Um, please make yourself at home." And that's where we're going to stop for the day.
All right.
Yes.
This is we this really could go any direction. I don't know if we
Yep.
trust the Aurora Watch yet.
Awesome. That was a great, lots of role play at the beginning. Had like y'all kicked that bandit captain's ass.
Yeah, they didn't see what was
Yeah.
coming, did they?
No,
Yeah.
no.
That was easy.
The
Say that.
You're right. Famous last words.
Is there anything we need to talk about before we do a wrap up? Hey, chat, thank you so much for being there. Small
Always.
but mighty, but thank you guys for coming and watching. You'll be able to watch this in VOD and on YouTube and podcast next week. Let's go ahead and do our wrap up. Drop your social.
Hey, everybody, this is Bill. I'm at Bill Roper on Twitter or at Bill Freakin' Roper everywhere else. You can catch me here on Wednesdays in this hot bat channel. And got some other stuff that'll be coming up in the next month or two. But love this group. Super excited I was able to hang out in my buddy's garage and stream and get back on schedule.
Thanks, buddy.
And
Thank
yeah,
you.
thanks, Stu.
Hi, everybody. This is Jaden. My socials for Twitter is Foxtrot Fallout, and you can find me there, or you can find me on the Discord a lot of the time.
Folks, thank you for watching, listening, however you are indulging. Thanks for being here. This is Ross. I've been playing Wilven Grandmain. You can find me on the socials at GriffRM. Yeah, and actually come join me on Instagram because I also got some fun stuff coming up that I'm gonna probably be putting out there next month. I got some exciting stuff. So see you there.
Hey y'all, it's Jamie. I've been playing North Eladrin Rogue, and I'm gonna be still playing them next week. If they're still alive. They don't have many enemies, no. Thanks for tuning in, and if you want to support the show and also the Severed Son podcast, you can find us on Patreon. We have three different patron tiers, and you can get stuff
Yes.
in advance.
Yes.
And
Early
it's
access.
amazing here. Yeah, early access. You get
And
the Bing in the Discord.
get the bing. Every time we drop something for the patrons, there's a bing. So my name is Ron Murphy, and you can find me on Twitter at Ron88Keys RBDM. Please follow us on Twitter at Severed Sons DND. You can find the Severed Sons Rhyming the Frost Maiden podcast on any podcasting platform. Please share us with all your friends. We have a fantastic community. Join our Patreon, join our Discord, early access. Thank you to Wizards of the Coast, getting a critical role, and all our listeners and our fans. Keep on rolling, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Uh,
And
uh.
I